Hello there, my battalion and viewers. I'm the Knight of Arcane, and today we're finally doing something for Mer-May, and doing round 2 of Pokemon as mermaids. Saw some comments hoping for a round 2, so decided to do it. Hopefully in the next month or so, we'll finally do the tied second place winners from last year's poll, but the winner of this year's poll should hopefully be out before May ends. Anyways, let's check out our Pokemon mermaids, shall we? Being bound to the water, mermaids have found ways to adapt, survive, and even control the waters and waves to a degree. Through magic and natural abilities they evolved over time. Orion is one mermaid whose family has had interesting evolutionary advantages. Every merfolk born in her family is seen as a blank slate at their birth, but with the potential to go down multiple paths in life. They figure themselves out over time, and by the time they're 16, they'll start to change to match their true selves. Some are drawn to the night and mysteries, some drawn to the flames and may join the Order of the Deep Flame, but some, like Orion, excel the most in water. Over the next 2 years, their tails, fins, and hair will change. For those like Orion, their tails start to turn light blue and grow extra fins for speed, while the hair usually turns some shade of blue or ocean green, while the fins on their head change to help them swim, with a third growing in the center of their head. But their biggest change is their ability to become one with the ocean, allowing them to seemingly disappear and gain more power when in a pinch, along with being able to squeeze into tighter areas like an octopus. Orion was always the fastest of her siblings and cousins. Surprising no one, she excelled with water more than the others. She loves the ocean and wants to explore it all, uncaring of what dangers lay out there. But this naivete could lead her to merfolk that would take advantage of her. It wouldn't be hard with how headstrong she can be. Yet Orion has a good heart, and a knack to get out of trouble even before gaining her family's water abilities. So, just maybe, she'll be fine in the open waters. Some merfolk have been able to form interesting symbiotic relationships with other creatures of the seas. One of the most docile merfolk clans is the Saze Slow clan, who centuries ago discovered an interesting shell that helped them evolve in a way. An early member of the clan was taking a nap when a Scalator clamshell latched onto their tail. Many creatures of the seas find the merfolk of the Saze Slow clan to be particularly delicious, due to their diet and mostly sedentary lives. So it was no surprise when the Scalator tried to take a bite out of the merfolk's tail. However, it became stuck, unable to fully eat through the tail, but also unable to spit it out. All while the merfolk never noticed a thing, until a few hours later, when a bite gave them a great idea. By that point, the two were one in a symbiotic relationship, becoming one and sharing nutrients, as they seemed to fuse together. Seeing this, others of the Saze Slow clan tried this out with Skeletor clams, some even trying it on their heads and gaining higher intelligence and other abilities. This became a practice for many members of the clan, to bind themselves with one of these clams, sometime after they reach adulthood. Though some don't care too much to try it and stay the way they are. The main downside of this relationship, that many like Sloan figured out, was it became harder for them to swim, with their lower half now mostly a shell with no fins, making it a bit harder to move, making them even more sedentary. but they were soon able to figure out how to gently make the currents move them around, barely using any energy, as they then float around, without a care in the world, as they eat and enjoy life. But this can make them a bit easier for a hungry predator from the deep to eat them up. Just a quick reminder, we have a Patreon set up. It's one of the great ways to help support the channel. As a patron, you get access to monthly art polls, early access to content, and monthly art rewards, starting with character headshots. So if you can, head over to our Patreon today to become a patron starting at $3 a month. Every little bit helps. Anyways, now back to the mermaids. While some merfolk have longer lifespans than others, they do not compare to those that are truly legendary. These merfolk are said to be nigh immortal, holding immense power and unable to be killed. Though many believe if they are able to be killed, they'd be reincarnated, still holding their strengths and abilities. The Divine Queen Mafavine is the reason merfolk believe this with these legendary merfolk. These merfolk have been treated as gods, with prayers and offerings made for their protection, good fortune, and help in desperate times. Yet these legends can rarely be seen, hiding deep in the seas, or in secluded corners of the oceans, and over time became myths to the merfolk. Rayeza is one such legendary merfolk, believed to be able to not only traverse the sea, but also the sky above, leading merfolk to believe they're hidden in the vast area of the world they can't reach. The serpent-like mermaid was said to have stopped the clash of two other legendary mermaids centuries ago, and legends say she'll return if the two clash again. Rayeza was stoic but hostile to those that entered their territory, and used an ancient form of mermaid magic to make them even stronger, evident by the glowing strands of plasma that now trails from their head and tail. This magic was shared with many clans and kingdoms. The Sazay Slow clan was said to have known this secret, but they claim they lost it. Though some believe this magic is the true reason for their symbiotic relationship to their Skaldar clans. With wars and evils arising across the oceans, could legends like Rayeza soon appear and save the world? Or will they leave the merfolk to their own devices of destruction? Or worse, could these legends even turn on all the merfolk to start a new world again? And that was Pokemon as Mermaids Round 2. I think I came up with some fun designs, and Slowbro was definitely an interesting choice to make on my part. But what did you think of them? Let me know in the comments, along with other Pokemon I could turn into mermaids, other things to turn into mermaids, and other things to do with Pokemon. We of course have round 1 of Pokemon as mermaids, but we also have when we turn Godzilla Kaiju to mermaids, along with Zooble as a mermaid in the Amazing Digital Circus variety episode. And we have our recent Pokemon as Mandalorians for more Pokemon content. And if you liked what you saw, then leave a like, and subscribe to join our growing little Arcane town, to be in the know for future plans, polls, and videos. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Later!